Hello, fifth graders, Ms. Fuad here. We are going to be going over our multiplication cluster problems from last week. So last week you guys were working on page 35, and today we're going to take a look at, hopefully you were able to complete the page, but today we're actually going to be taking a look over here at number 3 to see how we solved it, or how maybe you guys solved it. So I'm going to get out of the way here, and we are going to begin. So when I take a look at this cluster problem, I'm looking right here at 10 times 21. So when I find 10 times 21, if I know my tens, I'm going to count by tens 21 times. I know that I'm going to end up with 210 for my answer. If I know that 10 times 21 is 210, then finding 20 times 21, because I know that 20 is double 10, then 210, I'm just going to double that as well. And I'm going to know that 20 times 21 is going to equal 420. Now, this 10 times 21 actually gives me a starting point for several problems. So I know that 20 times 21 is going to be double that. And in the same way, I know that 5 times 21, since that is half of 10, my answer over here for 210, I'm going to be looking for half of that as well. And I know that half of 210 is 105. Okay, so now I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to look at 20 and 20. If I look at my friendlier numbers here, I'm going to look at the 2 and the 2. I know 2 times 2 is 4. And then I'm going to take a look at how many zeros are in the problem. There are 2 zeros, so I know it's going to be 400. My answer 400. Now, if I look at 7 times 20, again, I'm going to be looking at my friendly numbers. So 7 times 2 is a friendlier number to multiply. So I know that 7 times 2, or 2 groups of 7, is 14. And then I'm going to take a look at how many zeros there are. And that is in the tens place, or in the ones place. That moves my 2 from a 2 to a 20. So I'm going to put a 0 right here for that place value. Placeholder, place value. Okay, so now I'm going to try to use the clusters that I've created to figure out what 27 times 21 is. So I can do that in 2 ways. I know that 20 times 21 is 420, and I also know that 5 times 21 is 105. If I put these 2 together, that lets me know that 25 times 21 is equal to, I'm going to add these, so 0 and 5 is 5, 2 and 0 is 2, and 1 and 4 is 5. So I know that 25 times 21 is 525. I also know that I need 27 groups of 21. So that's 2 groups of 21 away from 25 times 21. So I'm then going to add 2 more groups of 21 to 525, which is 2 groups of 21, is 2 20s and 2 2s. So I'm going to add 42. And that gives me a final answer of 5 plus 2 is 7, 2 plus 4 is 6, and 5 plus 0 is 5. So my final answer is 567. Now, remember, I said there were a couple ways that we could do this. Another way is looking at this column over here. So if I have 20 times 20 and 7 times 20, then I know that 27 times 20 is, I'm going to add these 2 together to find my answer. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So if I have 27 groups of 20, then I have 540. But I'm still 1 group away from finding my answer. So I need 1 more group of 27 to get to 27 times 21. So I'm just going to add 27 over here. So 0 plus 7 is 7. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 5 plus 0 again is 5. So my answer is 567. How did I solve it? Well, I can either write this column over here or this column over here. I'm going to write this column over here because it made a little bit more sense to me. So I'm going to say that I multiplied 20 times 20 and got 400. Then I multiplied 7 times 20 and got 140. I was still missing one group of 27. So I added 27 to 400 plus 140 and had a total of 567. Okay, that is how we look at number 3. Using those numbers, using these friendlier numbers, I am able to break these numbers apart in order to find the product. In the next slide, you're going to continue practicing these multiplication cluster problems and trying to see how you can break apart the numbers in order to create friendlier numbers that allow you to solve for the product.